Okay guys, come on. If you had to guess, what mouse is this? Anyone? I'll give you a few seconds. It's not the MX Master 3, but it is the Rapoo MT760 Pro, and it comes in at just a fraction of the cost at $60 compared to the $110 for the MX Master 3. So I have here the mouse and keyboard combo, and while the Rapoo products have a very similar feature set and style, you might wonder, why pay more for the Logitech? What are the similarities and what are the differences? Well, in this video, I'm going to break it down. And in the interest of your time, I'm not going to make you watch the whole video. I'm just going to tell you right now, for most of you, the Rapoo products are going to be plenty good enough for all your computing peripheral needs. They are a fantastic product and they offer great value. However, here are a few reasons you might want to consider their Logitech counterparts. One, the infinite scroll wheel on the MX Master 3S, the softer backlit keys on the MX Keys Mini, and the Logi Options software. Well, that's the conclusion. If that's enough for you, then great. Hit that like button and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. But stay tuned if you want to see how well Rapoo holds up against Logitech, and it might make you wonder what you're really paying extra for. So let's start with the Rapoo E9050L keyboard. Now, Rapoo claims this is an ultra slim, silent typing marvel, and honestly, they're not wrong. Pick it up, it feels premium, aluminum alloy frame, matte finish. Sound familiar? I will say it feels stiffer than the MX Keys. There is way more flex in the MX Keys product compared to the Rapoo keyboard, but that's not how we use a keyboard, is it? When laid down on the desk, they both have solid and stable stances, with the MX Keys having a slightly steeper typing angle. And neither of these keyboards are height adjustable. The Rapoo is noticeably slimmer, and for travel purposes, I think the Rapoo's form factor will pack a lot better. The keys have a nice travel, and they are indeed very quiet, perfect for those late night work sessions when you don't want to wake up your significant other or your neighbors 3 houses down. Like the MX Keys, the Rapoo uses a scissor switch with a spherical keycap design, and it is very comfortable and forgiving to type on. However, this is where the MX Keys may have a slight advantage, because as enjoyable as the Rapoo keyboard is to type on, the MX keycaps have a slightly deeper spherical keycap with a slightly softer scissor switch. Now, it will come down to preference, but I did find that the MX Keys provided a slightly nicer typing feel. And even though I never work in a dark environment, if you are someone who needs a backlit keyboard, then you're only going to find that on the MX Keys. Rapoo also boasts that this bad boy can connect up to 4 devices simultaneously, Bluetooth, 5.0, 4.0, and a 2.4 gigahertz USB receiver, which is actually one more connection method than its opponent because the MX Keys does not come with a USB receiver. Switching between my laptop and phone is seamless, and the 90-day battery life with USB-C fast charging, that's pretty impressive. A quick 10-minute charge gives you a full day of use. Cool. MX Keys battery can do 5 months, but if you want that flashy backlight on, then you're looking at just 10 days. That's right, backlight kills battery big time. Chapter 4, software. Now, if you are longing for some additional control and customization on your keyboard, then you will have to look to the MX Keys and its Logi Options software for added features. But this comes at a huge cost because individually, at the time of filming this video, the MX Keys costs more than 4 times as much as the Rapoo 950L. So you really have to ask yourself, how important is the backlight and the added software, because everything else is very similar. Now we're going to compare the mice So unfortunately, M Plus cross-device or cross-screen technology does not work with Mac, which means I'm not going to be able to show you how to copy and paste files from one device over to another, which is unfortunate. But if that is something you are interested in, then leave a comment down below and maybe Rapoo and I can collaborate on another video in the near future. Starting with looks, does it get closer than this? The MX Master 3S has such a great design, and it's been a crowd favorite amongst tech enthusiasts for years. So why reinvent the wheel, right? Look at the Rapoo. It's like the MX Master 3 went on a vacation, came back with a tan, and slapped on a different name tag. The Rapoo is just as comfortable, slight difference within the thumb wheel position, but everything else is basically the same. I will give a point to the Rapoo for tucking in a little magnetic compartment, I guess you could call it, for the wireless receiver. It's really the only shot I have at not losing the USB receiver during travels, and I appreciate that extra effort. Where are we on that one, Logitech? And the buttons. You can customize shortcuts, macros, media controls, the works. All stored on onboard memory, so your settings travel with the mouse. The clicking is nice and silent on the Rapoo, just like the MX Master 3S. But I do have to give a point to the MX Master's main scroll wheel because the Rapoo does not have infinite scrolling. And that is something I've become quite addicted to on my MX Master 3S. They've also thrown in 7 adjustable DPI levels, going all the way up to a whopping 12,000 DPI with a 2000 Hertz polling rate. That's serious precision for creators, designers, or even some light gaming. And get this, it can connect to 7 devices simultaneously. 2 Nearlink USB dongles, 1 regular Nearlink wireless, 3 Bluetooth, and even wired. I've yet to meet that kind of power user, but I'm sure they're out there somewhere. Let me know in the comments if that's you. Anyway, this mouse is compatible with all the usual suspects: Windows, Mac, Android, iOS, Chrome, OS. Basically, if it has a pulse and a USB port and Bluetooth, then this mouse will probably connect to it. And finally, the battery life, a staggering 120 days on a single charge. And just like the keyboard, a quick 5-minute charge gives you a full day of use. Logitech, are you sweating yet? I'm just joking. The MX Master 3 also has similar charging capabilities. Aside from that, the Rapoo mouse is packed with features. Rapoo is hyping up their next-gen Nearlink wireless technology. I've been testing it out with the included Nearlink dongle, and honestly, it feels incredibly responsive. I'm not sure if I can quantify 6 times faster in my daily browsing, but it definitely feels snappy. It has M+ Cross computer flow, which works just like Logitech Flow, allowing you to seamlessly move your cursor and even copy and paste files between computers. It's witchcraft. Okay, so the burning question. Are these the Logitech MX killers, like that clickbait title suggested? Well, for most of you, I say yes. For some, the Logitech MX Keys Mini and the MX Master 3S are still the gold standard. Their software ecosystem is more mature. The overall feel might just be a tad more refined. And let's be honest, the brand name carries a certain weight. However, if you're on a tighter budget and you're looking for a keyboard and mouse that offer a very similar experience for significantly less money, then the Rapoo E9050L and MT760 Pro are definitely worth considering. I'll restate the conclusion, which is that if Logitech options, backlight, and an infinite scroll wheel are essential for you, then you might want to spend the extra money and go with the Logitech. But if you're a savvy shopper looking for incredible value and don't mind rocking the almost twins, then Rapoo might just be the underdog you've been waiting for. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments.